Most people think you have to choose. Either you're in the gym at 5 a.m., focused on building your body, or you're up late studying charts, building your portfolio. Either you're present for your kid, or you're grinding toward financial freedom. Here's what nobody tells you. That's a false choice. And the data actually proves it. I'm a husband. I'm a dad. I train almost 5 days a week, and I'm on a clear path to building generational wealth using a system that runs almost on autopilot. Today I'm pulling back the curtain on exactly how I do both. Not theory, not motivation porn, actual numbers, actual strategy, actual results. Stay with me, because the insight that connects these two things is going to change how you think about both. Let me tell you why most guys fail at fitness and at investing, and why it's the exact same reason. They're optimizing for the wrong time horizon. In the gym, they want visible abs in 8 weeks. They go too hard, get injured, burn out, quit. In investing, they want to 10 times their money by March. They chase meme stocks, panic sell at the bottom, and wonder why they're still broke. The underlying disease is identical. They can't think long. I was never that guy. I've tracked every single workout for nearly 3 years, close to 800 sessions logged, rep by rep, set by set. Progressive overload applied consistently, week over week, month over month. And I manage my portfolio the same way. Every allocation is deliberate. Every dollar deployed has a purpose. No panic, no chasing. The common thread, compounding. And compounding only works if you don't interrupt it. That's the game. That's the only game. And once you understand that, everything else becomes simpler. Let me give you the fitness framework first, because it mirrors everything I'm about to show you on the wealth side. I train using a high-intensity, low-frequency approach. Heavy compound lifts, training to failure, or 1 rep in reserve. Then getting out of the gym and letting the body do its job. This isn't bro science. This is Mike Mentzer's heavy-duty principles, validated by decades of research. The stimulus is the workout. The growth happens in recovery. Here's what my data showed after 3 years. The biggest bottleneck wasn't my training. It was my weekend nutrition. 2 days a week where consistency broke down, protein dropped, calories went sideways, quietly undermining 5 days of solid work. That's a systems problem, not a willpower problem. So I fixed the system, and that mental shift from I need more motivation to I need a better system is the exact same shift that changed how I invest. Because as a dad, with a kid depending on me, I can't run on motivation. Motivation is a feeling. Systems compound. My training doesn't require me to feel inspired at 5 a.m. The system just runs. Now let's talk money. Specifically, let me show you the exact strategy I'm using to build passive income that will eventually replace a paycheck. 2 funds are doing the heavy lifting right now, GPIX and QQQI. Here's the core idea. Both of these are what's called covered call ETFs. They hold an underlying index. GPIX tracks the S&P 500, QQQI tracks the NASDAQ 100. But they also sell options contracts on top of those holdings to generate additional income, paid out as monthly distributions. What does that mean in plain English? Every single month, these funds write me a check. Not once a year, not quarterly, monthly. Now here's where it gets interesting for the generational wealth piece. I'm not spending those distributions, I'm reinvesting them. Every dollar of yield goes back in, buying more shares, which generate more yield, which buy more shares. That's the J curve. That's compounding working in real time. GPIX is my core holding. It balances capital appreciation and income, meaning the underlying value of the fund can still grow while also distributing monthly income. It doesn't sacrifice all the upside for yield, which is the trap a lot of high-income ETFs fall into. QQQI is a smaller satellite allocation, higher yield, more NASDAQ exposure, more volatility. It enhances the income side of the equation. Together, they're building a cash flow engine. And I'm dollar cost averaging into both on a consistent schedule, regardless of what the market is doing on any given week. This isn't get rich quick. This is get wealthy, eventually, with mathematical certainty, as long as you don't interrupt the compounding. Sound familiar? It should. It's progressive overload. For your money. Here's what changes when you have a kid. The time horizon stops being abstract. It gets a face. When I think about what I'm building with GPIX and QQQI, the income stream, the reinvested distributions, the compounding, I'm not just thinking about retirement. I'm thinking about what that portfolio looks like when my child is 25, what it looks like when I'm gone. That's the generational piece, and it shifts everything. It shifts how I train too. I'm not training to look good at the beach anymore. I'm training to be the dad who can keep up, who stays healthy long enough to actually be present for the milestones that matter, who models what discipline looks like over decades, not just weeks. Both of these pursuits, the body and the portfolio, are love letters to the future, to the person your kid is going to become, to the options you're creating for them before they even know they need them. And that's why the work is worth it on the days it doesn't feel worth it. You don't need to be rich. You don't need to be jacked. You need to be consistent, long enough for compounding to do what compounding does. So here's the framework, simplified. 1. Pick a system, not a goal. 2. Automate the inputs. D, C, A, your money. Show up to the gym. 3. Do not interrupt the compounding. That's it. That's the whole thing. Everything I do, the income ETFs, the training logs, the progressive overload, it all runs on those 3 principles. If you want to see how I'm specifically structuring my G, P, I, X, and Q, 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 I allocations, the split, the DCA schedule, the projected income timeline, I'm going to break that down in detail in the next video. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it. And if this hit different for you today, if you're a dad trying to figure out how to do both, drop a comment below. Tell me where you're at. I read everyone. I'm built and bankrolled. Let's get to work.